have one more talk from Come to Us. It's called Increased Probability, Where Should We Focus? We have, to tell us more, we have Seonho, Shin, the strategic business team lead at Come to Us platform.
I am the colleague who loves the Yoon Jong-ko, so I can even the setting up the backgrounds for her, even though I'm married. So I get some risk in my marriage. So right, so it took me 11 years. I didn't even calculate ground transportation. So 8 hours and a half from Seoul to Delhi, and another 2 hours and a half. Another 2.5 hours from Delhi to Bangalore. So if I calculate, including a ground transportation, then it took me 15 hours to see you guys here in Bangalore. So it's a great honor to meet you guys here, specifically younger people who will be the leader of the India in the future. So before we get started, let me show a concept video of my recent projects called Comfortverse. Right, they're beautiful, isn't it? It's a beautiful metaverse with great concepts and nice graphics and partners. But the truth is, basically, these projects didn't go well. So the people here who speak some, the presentations to you guys are here because they are success, but I'm here because I failed. So I got lost. So I got lost in deep thoughts to trying to find out the reason why I failed for these projects. But the conclusion was very simple. The gaming business is just complicated. So it is very common that some projects that seems likely to be a success can fail, and the other way, and vice versa. Like some projects, it seems likely to be fail can succeed. So it is a very complicated business area. So, and I realized that this was also the case with our flagship, the game franchise, the Summoner's War. So before we launched it, the focus group test results indicated that higher chance of failure. However, as you know, guys, so it turned out to be its most successful game in the global market in the Comtis group. So since its launch, more than 3 franchises has been come out and collaborated with renowned games like Assassin's Creed. The original Summoner's War has been in service for 10 years since 2014, and it earned $3 billion in revenue, and with 200 million downloads worldwide. And this is a number shows that majority of game experts doubt in the beginning. So every one of you in this room came here to learn and to get the ideas about how can I succeed in the gaming business. But from now on, I suggest you guys to need ask yourself in the right questions. And the question should be, how to increase the probability of success? So this is a key question you guys need to ask yourselves. And moreover, we can go deeper. We need to go deeper. To boost the chance of success, we need to get into deeper questions like, where should we focus? So this is a quick question you guys need to ask yourselves, and ask within the group, and ask within the developers and your team. So, which parts of the game we need to focus? So to figure out the answer, we need to know the components of the game to define the focusing areas. It's the three parts, the three pillars: the core contents and gaming system and live ops. So it's pretty much a similar, the formula, right? So core contents is what people enjoy and experience while playing your game. And live operations is what make people get into the game and help you earn money. And gaming system in the middle is what connects between the game contents and live ops. So to the game developers, so each part gets more or less importance as time goes on. So let's say your game, became a big hit in the market. So, and let's see how its importance shifts during the, the lifespan of the game. So if we break down the lifespan of the game into 3 stages, so in the beginning, the core contents, the core contents is always the pretty important and gets lots of the resources. And the other hand, the gaming system is quite stable in the importance, because once you set up the gaming system in the beginning, it just go to the end. So it doesn't need much, the tricking. So it stays from beginning to end. So yes, sometimes you guys need to pour a lot of resources to, something like to building the competition system between the player servers, right? But it's just a temporary thing. So the live ops, as you can see here, it gets more crucial over time. So why? The players, the longer they stick with the game, they want more. It's simple. So that's why the live ops team needs to stick there, pour the resources a lot as time goes on. So what do you think is the most important thing in these 3 pillars of the game components? What do you think? What do you think? Where you guys need to focus as a developer? What do you think? Yeah, it's the core system. It's the core contents that you guys need to focus to make your business a success in the market. So, but since the contents is all about the imagination and creativity and some areas of only got those area. So I cannot tell you something like so what you should make exactly, but I can show you some stats in the Indian market for the next few slides, so you can get some ideas about your Indian markets. Here, what you can see here. What you can see here, Mr. No? Yeah. Asia dominates the market. And specifically, moreover, here, when you can see here, every guy is, I know that the Indians like the color, the yellow, right? So what you can see here, so India is number 2, the number of paid customers, and the number 1 in the world, that the number of new paid customers. So it's just like a really huge potentials in the growth. And this slide is about the monetization. The strategy game come out on top in terms of the average revenue per paid users and average session time. But on the right hand, that you can see here, the users that playing sports games show more loyalty. So you might want to think about which the genre you will choose in a short-term or long-term basis. And the Indian players are willing to pay like 10 to 400 rupees, which is the less than $1, and they spend money too, mostly about dressing up their characters. So it would be a good strategy for the gaming companies to focus on how to make users pay to your game. So rather than trying to increase the average revenue per the paying users. Okay, so now you can feel like you're gonna make your business a success? You can feel? No? I know that's why. Because I think there was another thing we missed in these 3 pillars based on the lifespan of the game. So which one we missed? Yes, the light bulbs. So actually, if your game launches successfully, let's say, so what new contents added as time goes on usually depends on the light bulbs team. So you can make your game hit in the beginning when you can focus on the core content, then it can make your game hit in the market in the beginning. And what's else? The next is the light bulbs is everything. So based on the game and user data, the ops team will decide which items and contents need to be created, modified, and removed. It obviously becomes a game itself as time goes on. So the tricky part is, so in this circumstance, is that the developing and managing the light bulbs tools require lots of resources and costs. And these costs do not really go down over time. That's the key, and that's the problem of all of the gaming company. They need to maintain a certain level of the resources and people and developers and they need to pour their whole money. So how can you tackle this problem? And this is why I came here to see you guys and introduce the company. So let me introduce a Hive. So it's a powerful and reliable solution for global service games. So Hive provides a streamlined SDK, including 60+ essential features and third-party plugins for your live operations with just one SDK. It's a single SDK. Just adopt it and just forget about it. The login, authentication, of course, and compliance pushes, promotions. Most of the gaming companies who service their game globally, they just face the one big problem, which is that it's a compliance. GDPR, what? And COPPA, and not even just a regulation. What else? Policies. Policies from the end markets, like Apple and Google. And what's the worst part? The policy just differs among the countries. So you guys need to follow up. I told you guys, the live ops team need to always to maintain the certain level of the resources, right? That's why. Any person, at least one person, need to follow all the changes of the regulations. You guys, the launches in the countries, and the follow the policy changes of the end markets, and they need to the list of the whole the changes, and take this the list to the developers to change your game system and core content or something like that. So that's the problem. So Hive also but the Hive, if there's any changes in the market or any of the regulations, that we're going to give you guys the notification of the changes of each the countries or its market. So if there's anything that we can handle those changes, then those changes will be applied to the Hive SDK automatically. So you don't need to worry about that. So what's more remarkable is that you can control all of these features and changes and managements through one integrated console that we provide. So it's proven in the global market. So the Summoner's War, so more than like 135 countries we service for 10 years, and we earned $3 billion and downloaded like 200 million downloads. Just awesome. And those terminals were running on Hive. That's the key. Without any risk or just like, the critical business down or something like that. So, and more than 150 like global games, such as games by Gravity, are running on Hive as well, and showing great success in terms of its stability and reliability. So once again, I told you. So what you guys need to focus as a developer? As a developer, core contents. Core contents. You guys need to focus only on the core contents. Do not get distracted by others to make your game hit, right? And what's next? We will do the rest, okay? You guys need to only focus on the core contents, we will do the rest. So don't get distracted. And thank you. 네, 다녀봐.